The fields are bursting with local, homegrown food. Everything from raspberries to carrots to potatoes. You can almost taste it in the fields, but it's so much better on your plate.
Many culinary programs and many training programs are talking about the farm to plate, and that's all good stuff.
You might know Providence Farm from the local farmers market, or for their good works in helping people with mental illness. But this year, there's a new campus right here on the farm. This is the first year that students from the Culinary Institute of Vancouver Island have been working in the fields as well as the kitchens. The program is called Farm to Plate, and for Providence Farm...
Well, it's been great. It's been a nice way to complete the circle for us. You know, we've been doing lots of the growing of the food, but with the strong interest in local food and people wanting to know where their food is coming from, it's been a great connection, a natural connection.
The Farm to Plate program is a partnership between Vancouver Island University and Providence Farm. Here they're teaching students how to organically grow the food that is served in the restaurant, which means they are literally bringing the food from the farm to your plate.
My favorite part is like when we are studying in the class though, but we still go in the fields, harvest some stuff, do some weeding. That's my favorite part.
Unlike other culinary school programs, Farm to Plate starts in February and goes until November. This allows the students to be present for the prime growing seasons on the farm.
You know, in the restaurant business, they say location, location, location is everything. And I believe that holds true when it comes to teaching.
Students work in the field 2 days a week, where they learn how to plant, manage, and harvest food.
The program is very successful. The reception towards it has been fantastic. Students have received being relocated to a historical farm very well.
I would say it's been going great. The restaurant's had a great response from the community. People have been booked weeks ahead.
Through the Farm to Plate program, the students are learning how to schedule their menu around when food is locally available.
I think that's really important that people understand that you know, food doesn't just pop magically out of the air. You know, starting in the winter time, this product's not available, and then by spring certain things are, and then by summer there's an abundance of product.
Historically, Vancouver Island once produced a larger portion of our own food. Now the island produces approximately 4% of the food that is needed to feed the island population. So that means if there's a natural disaster and the island is unable to get supplies from the mainland, there would be only 2 days worth of food.
We moved away from our roots, which was growing our own foods, and people are struggling now trying to grasp that information.
Alan says that when we don't know where our food comes from, we're not going to be able to adequately feed ourselves. It's programs like the Farm to Plate that is trying to turn that around.
Spend a little less time Facebooking and a little more time gardening, and you know, you'll enrich your life, I believe.
I saw here food, only frozen food, and yeah, people going to most of the restaurant, not cooking their own food. And if they want to have some food, it should be from our own field.
Mark says that the gardening momentum is growing on the island as more people begin planting gardens, and with the help of programs like VIU's Farm to Plate.
It just really feels like we're using the resource that's available here, and I feel like stewardship, a good stewardship of the land is a big part of what Providence Farm stands for and is about.
And Alan says that this year's program has been a success. So now they're starting to take applications for next year. In the Cowichan Valley, I'm Meg Cuthbert.